Hey, everybody. It's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie. And we are going to be doing some more pages in the Woman Overboard Journal. So I hope you all are enjoying this. So if you're new to the channel, then I always suggest that if these are the type of videos that you love like I do, then you'll want to make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this one come out. Now, I am using some ephemera that I got from a swap in this, and I wanted to kind of make the perfect pages for this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a washi page or two. And as you can see, I pulled out some washi that I have never used because y'all, it's a shame, but I have a ton of washi that I haven't even used yet, but I'm working on it. I am working on it. And I wanted to make sure that the washi stuck down, so I used some of my stick glue. And yes, you can see the purple behind there, but that purple will disappear. And also let me mention that if you would like to see this video in real time with some additional footage, of course, you can head over to the Patreon channel, which is patreon.com/Liz4a-day. And also the pieces that you'll be seeing me put down in a moment, I got those in a swap that I did in our group. So if you would like to see even more ideas than I have, or share some of your own ideas, you can head over to our Facebook group. And the name of our Facebook group is Junk Journal Buddies. And the link is in the description below. So instead of cutting off the bottom of the washi's, I decided to not cut it for one reason. It was just like difficult to turn the book here and there and whatever to try to figure out how to cut those off. So I just folded them over. I've been doing that a lot. I've been just folding things over to the other side because, I'm not a mitchy-matchy type of person, so it kind of worked out for me. You'll also notice that along with the washi tape, I'm actually using some masking tape. And it's just some masking tape that I got at the hardware store. And I just wanted to kind of break things up a little bit, and it worked out just perfectly. And I kind of like the translucency of that masking tape as well. So when I folded these pieces over, I made sure to also use some of that wonderful stick glue that I have. And it's just Elmer's glue. And someone asked me, is that my favorite glue to use? It's not my favorite, but it worked for this job. Let's just put it that way. But as far as stick glues go, I guess it is my favorite because that's the only one that I like to use. I have some other ones, but the stick glue is actually the one that I like to use. So as you can see, this is a fantastic way to use some of your washi. I don't want to say use it up because, nobody really likes to use up their supplies, do they? How do you feel about using your supplies? Put in the comments if you enjoy using up your supplies, or are you kind of a hoarder like me? I would love to know. So now I am taking some of these lovely pieces that I got from a viewer, and y'all, I don't know exactly who sent it to me. I can't remember because at the time that I'm doing this voiceover, I actually recorded this video a while ago. So if you are the person that sent this to me, I just wanted to say thank you. These are some beautiful pieces. I don't always get to use every piece that is sent to me, but I try to use quite a bit. Because y'all, I'm a junky kind of junk journal girl, and I love beautiful pieces in my junk journal. So I'm just looking for the right spots to put everything. Now on this particular page, on the other side of this envelope, I had some photographs, and I wasn't really sure how I wanted to put this envelope that I received in the book, but I had the pictures on with a paper clip. So what I needed to do was to kind of glue those pictures down instead of just having them on with the paper clip. And of course, those pictures are of my lovely grandchildren. And so I still wanted them to be on this page. So I took out my stick glue, made sure my Kool-Aid packet was down okay. And I just slathered on the glue and just glued those down. So I made them permanent. They are permanent in my book because they are permanent in my lives. Yeah, I love those little babies so much. So I always try to hold things down just a little bit just to make sure that it stays down and it's not going to actually come up while I'm flipping through the pages, because I don't know about you all, but I love getting my junk journal. Sometimes I'm laying in the bed and I'm watching TV. I'll go get my junk journal and just flip through the pages because I just love looking at the pictures and all the lovely textures. And every now and then I might go back and read something, but normally I don't. And then sometimes I'll even add a few things while I'm going back and I'm looking at things. But you know, I'm extra like that. I can't help it. So now I'm back to this envelope and I'm just trying to figure out how to put it on. So I decided to use some double stick tape, and whenever I have an item that's kind of has a heavy weight and I might worry about it kind of coming up, I'll always use this double stick tape. I'll go for that instead of using the stick glue, because I want to make sure that when I'm flipping through the book that I'm not going to have any issues and I'll be able to see things properly. There we go. And now I can still actually open that envelope. So now I had this other little piece down here that was given to me in the same little packet. And again, I used some double stick tape. And you'll notice that I am using my Cricut weeder for this job because, y'all, I try not to use my nails for tools because that's how you break your nails up. And, you know, I don't, it's not a big deal if my nails break because, you know, they'll grow back, but I try to preserve them for as long as I can. I enjoy them in their long state and their short state, but I try to keep them as long for as long as I can. So a great way to do that is to not use your nails as tools. Use a tool for a tool. And in this case, I used the Cricut weeder. So now I'm just thinking I would like to add just a few more pieces to these pages because they look, I know to the untrained eye they look fine, but to me it still looks a little blah. And you know, I had some desk ephemera just laying around on my desk, so I decided to use that. And I also pulled out some washi tape, some more washi tape, because y'all know I have plenty of it. And I promised myself that I would use it more and more, and I've been doing a heck of a job doing that. And I wanted to make sure that it didn't come up because the spot where I put this washi tape is near the spine, and so I used some glue, some of the purple glue, to make sure that it stayed down. Now I'm still hunting for, you know, the right pieces to go into the right spot because, y'all, that's just how I roll. And this page right here seemed like a really good spot for this blue piece because everything on these two pages kind of had tinges of blue. And so, you know, I'm not a matchy kind of girl, but sometimes the pages kind of speak to me and they say, hey, put your piece here. I like that. And so I'll go ahead and I put the piece there. So in this case, the blue was kind of speaking to me and it said, you know, that piece is blue. You can put that here. And I really love these pieces as well. I love everything that I get. People think that I'm going to be judgy when they send me stuff, but I'm telling you, I love all the pieces that I get in the swaps, and I always try to use them because it's always different. It's always unique, and I know it's always made with love. So that's the important piece. It's made with love, so I'm going to use it. So here I just had another piece of desk ephemera. It was a half of a circle, and I decided to make a tab out of it. And I love how it came out. It's, you know, I'll make a tab out of anything. I'm a tab kind of girl. And then I also had these cards that came out of a cardstock book. And I wanted to put them in here some kind of way, and I wasn't sure. So I decided to take another piece that I got and this beautifully sewn little scallop piece, and I decided to make it into a tuck spot. Of course, it needed a little time to dry before I can put anything in it. And then I took out some more washi tape because, I was just like on the washi tape hunt. I think this spread in this particular case, I probably used more washi tape than I've used at any one time. And so I got this thin washi tape. I actually got this thin washi tape at the dollar store. It's absolutely beautiful. So I wanted to go ahead and use that as well. And now I'm just doing a spot of sewing here. And I was going to cut this part out, but I know y'all like to see the sewing part. I like to hear the sewing part too, but like I said, I did this a while ago, so I just, that part is kind of cut out. But you can see me sewing things on many things over at the Patreon page, over at patreon.com/Liz for a day. And in this particular case, I am using number 27 on my SQ9185 computerized Brother sewing machine, because y'all know I love the Whippersnapper. The Whippersnapper is my sewing machine. And then I used kind of like a honeycomb pattern on the other one, and it really gave those pieces a finished look. Then I took out some of my desk fabric. Stuff that's been sitting around my desk, just some little itsy bitsy pieces and scraps of fabric, and I decided to use those up by the tab, and they look quite lovely there. I love just slapping some fabric down on the pages, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just slapping it down, not thinking too much into it, and just so when I do run my fingers over the page, it has like that nice texture to it. So now I'm almost off camera, but I am just punching a hole in that tab, and I'm going to put an eyelet on that tab so I can hang something off of it, because this book doesn't have enough stuff hanging off of it. And I think this book has more things hanging out the side of it than any other book that I have, but I'm going to tell you, I enjoyed it. Sometimes I would just have it sitting in front of me, and I would just be, playing with all the little dangly things that I put on the side of it. And I love looking at it. It's just so beautiful. And I love the faux little tabs I have on the side there. And I have those up in the shop as well. So you can check that out. And they came out so beautiful. I try to just add them in every place that I can. So now I was struggling a little bit trying to put that eyelet on, but I just got out my smaller crocodile and just used that instead of the big bite, because I had to kind of hold the big bite up to actually squish it. And the big bite is easier to use when it's kind of sitting on the desk. And this book, in this case, it wasn't going to sit on the desk. And then I put one of my little round buttons on here. I know it's hard to see, but it was a round handmade button that I put on here. So that was pretty much it, but stay tuned. I'm going to show you some close-up pictures of everything. And so again, if you love junk journaling, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this one come out. And also be sure to head over to the Facebook group if you haven't done so already, and join us there and share some of your projects with us. The link is in the description below. And if you would like to see this video in real time, you can always head over to Patreon at patreon.com/Liz for a day. And if you need any ephemera or a junk journal, you can head over to pleasantcreations.com. So with that, I'm going to say love, peace, and hair grease. From your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie, have a fantabulous day and enjoy life.